Mezzi rigatoni with raw tomato sauce. No chef can top the flavor of nature and the good freshness in season. So today I'm gonna make pasta salad tossed with beautiful tomatoes, some mozzarella, some pesto, 1, 2, 3. So I have the water cooking. I cut already some of the tomatoes. And what you want to do is that you want to cut small pieces of tomato, not too small because you want to really feel them, but you do want sort of for them to mingle with the pasta, shall we say. This is an heirloom tomato. Do you need to have an heirloom tomato? Whatever is beautiful, whatever is in season, you can do plum tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. What's important when you cut tomatoes is that you have a sharp knife. But if you don't have a sharp knife, a serrated knife will take you a long way without you squashing your tomatoes, if you will. The tomatoes, nice and juicy. Some salt. Peperoncino. Just like that. A little bit of oil. Just like that. Okay. I'm gonna toss this. And I'm gonna let this sort of marinate a little bit. Here I have some salted water boiling, and these are mezzi rigatoni. So here we go. Let's just mix this. Let's bring it to a boil. The tomatoes are marinating, and we'll get to the pesto next. Hey, welcome. And this is the time in my library where I sort of get away from everything and connect with you and answer your questions and see what you're thinking or what you need to know. Bill from Arizona sent in a picture of his pasta primavera. He says his wife and him have been watching the show for a while. And this dish is one he makes very often, viewing my excellent instructions. Oh, so we cook together, Bill, eh? Good for you. Let's check out how your pasta primavera is looking. Oh, okay. Well, that looks nice. You have a nice selection of vegetables. The portion is a little small according to me, but you know, I am delighted that I keep you company in the kitchen. Bravo, bravissimo. Continue cooking, Bill. To add even a little more pizzazz, you can put a little pesto in there when you have the spring and the summer and the basil is out, but it looks great. Bravo, Bill. Bravo, bravo. Okay. So let's move on here. These questions keep on coming. Here's a question about making mistakes. We all make mistakes. They ask, how do I tone down a spaghetti sauce with too much crushed red pepper? Well, it's difficult. You know, once the pepper is in, that's why I say salt, pepper, dressing your salad. Always hold off a little bit. There's always time to add it in. There's not much that you could do when you have a lot of red pepper, except increase the volume of the sauce, add more tomatoes. You know, you'd say, can I add sugar? You really can't. It might buffer it a little bit, but it's a completely different taste. So making mistakes is quite normal for all of us. Don't let that stop you from cooking. Just hold back on those elements until the end, until you taste, and then you can add whatever you feel you are missing. Let me cut the mozzarella now. Of course, nice freshly handmade mozzarella, all about freshness. And you can see that this is a mozzarella that, you know, has a nice texture, but it's not that really hard mozzarella. So I would, you know, not cut it too small, just like that. And let's throw it in there. Let's cut. Okay. Let me check on the pasta. It's perfect. And I'm gonna fish it right out and put it right in here. The fact that it's warm, it's okay because it warms up the tomatoes, melts up a little bit of the mozzarella. I never rinse my pasta. You can drain it, that's okay, but do not rinse it because you want that little stickiness to the pasta. That's where the sauce will adhere. So let's make a quick pesto. garlic, basil, parsley. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt, a little bit of peperoncino, and let's get going with the oil. Don't be afraid of the oil because you have no condiment in here and you need to dress all of this up. Let me just mix. Let me see how this is. You could add to this a little grilled chicken or boiled chicken. You can add other vegetables. This can just be built on and on. Let's put the pesto. This pesto looks good. Let's give this pasta a mix. So, all right. And now the grated cheese. And that goes on just before you serve it, the last minute. A little bit of grated cheese kind of binds the whole thing because you have a lot of juice on the bottom from the tomatoes. All right, I'm just gonna give it a minute to all settle together. I'm gonna clean up and we'll be ready to serve it. So, Aaron's mom sent in this video. She says he wants to be just like Lidia and host his own cooking show. Let's take a look. That's great. We need new talent.
So what are you doing?
It's like, I'm watching Lidia, but it's different because I'm cooking.
Okay, what are you cooking today?
I'm cooking a chocolate sandwich.
Chocolate sandwich?
Wow.
And I'm doing it on this Zoom.
You're cooking on a Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they can copy me.
Oh, okay. Who's they?
Well, to my friend from kindergarten and preschool.
Oh, okay.
This guy has potential. Maybe I'll invite him on the show. Love his attitude. Love his delivery, as we say in our industry. Bravo, bravo, Aaron. You are fantastic, huh? You know, I want to see what you're learning. Now, watch Lidia, and then you make your own video on what you learn from Lidia, and then your viewers can learn from you. Thank you very much, Aaron. Keep on sending those videos. You are great at what you do. Oh, right. This is so delicious. The freshness of the tomatoes, of the pesto, everything is raw, and yet it seems cooked into a sauce. Let me plate it now. We're ready to go to the table. And you see how juicy it is? You know, the tomatoes have let their sauce, and then it combines with the cheese. And as you notice, I just use a little plate to follow me. And you see, there's a drop there, so. And you know, sometimes people tend to really kind of position food. I like food just to flow where it might. And the plate looks kind of more natural, I think. A little bit left for Lidia, and maybe a little refill. Let me put a little piece of mozzarella. Now, let's put some juice here. Okay. I am going to now officially taste. And tomato and the sauce. Deliciously fresh. I like it. It's kind of just warm. The pasta kind of warms everything up. So this looks beautiful, nice and fresh. Here we are. And of course it needs just a little bit of decoration. I have here some beautiful basil to kind of refresh the flavor of the basil inside. And what would I drink with this? Oh, I would drink a lot of things with this, but I think a nice Sangiovese. I happen to have a glass right here, and it has a lot of body, a lot of flavor, and here the freshness of the ingredients are intense. And a good glass of Sangiovese will do it right. So, salute!